We, the jury, find the defendant, Brandon Vandenburg, count 1, aggravated rape, guilty of aggravated rape. Count 2, aggravated rape, guilty of aggravated rape.
For a second time, a jury finds Brandon Vandenburg guilty on all counts. The former Vanderbilt football player went directly to jail and is now facing years in prison. Tonight, justice for the victim after 3 long years. Now, for Brandon Vandenburg, it was a strange sense of deja vu after being found guilty once before, but that verdict was thrown out last year. Well, Thursday will mark 3 years since he raped a female student inside a Vanderbilt dorm room. A rape the jurors saw with their own eyes through the video he recorded. It was that video prosecutors believe sealed his fate. Chris Conti begins our coverage from the courthouse tonight.
There are so many people connected to this case that didn't have a choice in the matter, never chose to be a part of this, never wanted to be here. But tonight, the victim has gotten some justice for what she has been through the last 3 years, and Brandon Vandenburg is back in jail.
All rise.
The law knows not the day of the week, and so on a day when these halls sat empty,
We are at the end of this case.
this room sat filled with people, all waiting to see how it would end.
You have proof well beyond a reasonable doubt regarding Mr. Vandenburg's criminal responsibility.
Criminal responsibility. That's what prosecutor Jan Norman was trying to prove. Not that Brandon Vandenburg touched the victim, but that he was the one responsible for the men who did.
He brought her there. He served her up to 3 strangers.
And so she showed the video. Those damning 49 seconds the former Vandy football player tried to erase from his phone of the victim being raped.
He is telling him what to do, and he is laughing about it the entire time.
There's no winners here. No winners. Not from this side, not from that side.
49 seconds. In the end, it would be that video clip that would seal his fate.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Brandon Vandenburg, count 1, aggravated rape, guilty of aggravated rape.
4.5 hours of deliberations.
Guilty of aggravated rape.
Guilty on all 8 counts. The 23-year-old knew this night would be his first of many spent in jail. He hugged his attorneys and left. The victim was here for all of this too. 3 years she has waited for this day. And tonight for her, there is finally some closure.
Experience she'll have to carry with her the rest of her life.
Given the severity of the charges that he has been found guilty of, Brandon Vandenburg is facing at least 15 years in prison. He will be sentenced sometime in July. At the courthouse downtown this evening, Chris Conti, News Channel 5.
And moments after the verdict was read, the prosecution team talked to our cameras.
It's impossible to not be emotional about this case. The facts of it are horrific, and what happened to this victim is horrifying no matter how many times you say it, no matter how many times you see it. It is horrifying every time, and nothing gets easier. I actually think it gets harder, because after every trial and after 3 years, we're closer to her than we even were the first time, because we've spent so much time with her.
Now, both Corey Beatty and Brandon Vandenburg are set to be sentenced sometime next month. And Vanderbilt released a statement just moments ago. It reads in part, "Our first thoughts are with the victim, who has shown incredible strength and fortitude as she has endured another retrial. It is our sincere hope that today's verdict strongly sends the message to victims and to perpetrators that sexual assault will not be tolerated in our communities." Now, you can read the full statement online. Our gavel-to-gavel coverage continues right now on NewsChannel5.com.